Hi there. In this article on interchangeably.com, I'll be looking at goals and objectives. What's a goal? What's an objective? And what's the difference? All this and more waiting for you today on interchangeably.com.
What's the difference between goals and objectives? It's commonplace to find the terms goals and objectives used interchangeably. However, they have different meanings, and it's important to clarify the meaning and purpose of each early on in your digital marketing. You'll find many of your colleagues talking about goals, objectives, and performance indicators. We'll now explore how these all fit together. The difference between goals and objectives. Digital marketing goals are high level and often broad. They can be very abstract in their nature. Typically, it's difficult to wrap metrics around goals. An example goal could be to launch a new website or run a demand generation campaign. Goals don't have any clear parameters or time restrictions. They are merely the direction. Goals are often based on an even higher level corporate vision. Objectives, in contrast, are very specific and measurable. They should be concrete and tangible outputs. Measurable objectives should be the foundation of any B2B digital marketing activity. A typical objective could be to launch a new website, which increases lead generation by 20% in the first year. A single goal can result in multiple objectives. Think of a goal as a statement that sets the vision and direction. Objectives can be the many steps you need to take in order to meet that goal. Sitting between goals and objectives is strategy. Strategy clarifies the approach, which will take a high-level goal into granular and measurable objectives. Here's a simple example of goals, strategy, and objectives. So the goal could be to cook a great meal for Valentine's Day. The strategy to achieving that goal could be understanding who you're cooking for, what they like, and using that knowledge to decide what constitutes a great meal. When it comes to objectives, it's important to set clear deliverables with timescales. For example, preparing a salad with selected ingredients and ensuring it's ready to be served with the main course. Objectives should be SMART. SMART, S-M-A-R-T, is a useful acronym for setting objectives. It stands for specific, measurable, attainable, realistic, and timely. Here's an example of a good objective for acquisition tactics. Generate 30% more unique visits in October, November, and December than the same period last year, as measured using Google Analytics and excluding all internal traffic. This is a good, SMART objective. It's specific. The objective is to increase unique visits by 30%. It's measurable. The activity has clear metrics which can be measured using a specific tool. It's attainable and realistic. How attainable and realistic an activity is can only be determined by your organization. Look at previous objectives and consider the results delivered. If you have a tool in place like Google Analytics, you can go back in time and look at metrics such as traffic increases or call completions. The objective is timely. There are very clear timeframes in which the activity must occur. Measuring success. Marketers at the sharp end of delivery often work to meet a set of key performance indicators. Key performance indicators help marketers to set early indicators of success. For example, if your goal is to improve content quality, then a KPI that shows early success could be an increase in number of social shares of your content. All KPIs should eventually find their way back to the corporate vision or mission. Setting the vision. It often all begins with a corporate vision or mission statement. Such statements are intentionally vague. They need to persist over a long time. We then use goals, objectives, and tactics to refine what the mission statement translates to in the short, medium, and long terms. Here are a few example mission statements. Google's mission is to organize the world's information and make it universally accessible and useful. YouTube's mission is to provide fast and easy video access and the ability to share videos frequently. Facebook's mission is to give people the power to share and make the world more open and connected. From vision to digital marketing goals. The corporate vision will often translate into corporate goals which span a set period of time. The organization may have corporate goals around revenue, profitability, and market share. Each department within the organization can then derive a subset of goals. These goals communicate the contribution that each department can make towards achieving the corporate goals. For example, if the corporate goal is to increase revenue, then the B2B marketing organization may want to increase the quality of leads from digital channels. From digital marketing goals to digital marketing strategy. The strategy needs to define the approach the organization will take towards achieving goals. The strategy will begin to define the solution that will meet the goal. The strategy should capture clearly what will be done, who will be targeted, and assess any risks and opportunities. The strategy for increasing the quality of leads generated could be to target a specific target market. In this case, the marketing strategy could include details about the target market, such as size, value, and messaging that will resonate with the audience. From digital marketing strategy to digital marketing objectives. Objectives are the measurable steps an organization needs to take towards delivering strategy. Key to any objective is to be very specific, measurable, and have a time frame around it. To achieve the strategy of targeting specific markets, there are likely to be multiple objectives. One of which could be to develop more lead-generating collateral for the market. From digital marketing objectives to a digital marketing plan. Once objectives are defined, a plan needs to be put in place for meeting those objectives. That plan should encompass what tactics need to be deployed, when, what resources are needed, and who will be targeted. When the plan is being created and tactics being listed, KPIs for each tactic should also be captured. From a digital marketing plan to digital marketing tactics. Tactics are the tools and channels that can be leveraged towards achieving an objective. If our objective is to generate more collateral for specific markets, then the tactics deployed could be the creation of a new white paper every month for our target markets. We may also want to market this content on popular B2B channels such as LinkedIn and SlideShare. From tactics to KPIs. Key performance indicators are the metrics that show whether a tactic is working or not. Within the tactic, there can be several performance indicators. KPIs for the creation of white papers could be the number of leads generated from each white paper, or the number of times the white paper has been shared on social media. Once a tactic is executed, we need to measure the outcomes based on key performance indicators that have been prescribed. At each step of the journey, which transitions a vision from an intangible sentence to dozens of key performance indicators, the aim of the marketer becomes more specific. It can be a challenge for any individual who is at the execution end of tactics to understand how they are contributing to the organization as a whole. They may, for example, feel the translating of an endless number of B2B white papers doesn't contribute significantly to the vision of the organization. By ensuring that every tactic being executed can find its way back to the corporate vision, organizations can help everyone realize they're working towards a common goal, no matter how small or big their part.